Welcome into another beautiful edition of Listen to the Difference. It's your host with the most, casting over the ghetto, Mr. Avery P. I'm joined by my brother up top, Chris.
What's going
See,
on, y'all?
Davenport.
What's going on, fellas, man? Good to see y'all again, man. Another fun night on our hands. What's going on with y'all?
Nothing too much, man. Let me drop it over to that brother of yours who been giving you a wedgie since you was one. Marty Janetti.
What's up, y'all? It's Marginetti, always podcast ready. Let's get this shit going like they old spaghetti.
All right. Okay. I like it. You're trying. I see you getting out there, going out of your comfort zone. So
Yeah.
today we were just going to touch on the topic of fuck that job. Fuck 'em. We ain't dealing with you no more.
I
Yeah,
quit.
here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've had a few jobs, man. I don't really switch around jobs too much. Everybody loves me. They cherish me as an employee. And now as a boss, I moved up. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's kick it off with Chris, man. What was your worst job experience that you had where you was like, man, fuck you, I quit?
Uh, well, I'm not going to. Well, actually, this job I wanted to quit, but
War story. Go ahead.
they ended up letting me go. But it was but it was the best thing they could have did for me, bro. For real, I hated that place. It was a job in Pittsburgh. I'm not gonna say no names. I'm not gonna put it out there. But it was a job I had in Pittsburgh. I was there for about 8 years, right? And it started off cool. I was young, fresh out of high school, just got into this industry, and and my thing was management. I did not get along with management at all. It was terrible. It didn't start off terrible. I'm not going to say it was the one where as times went on and I started seeing, when some people they get a little bit authority, a little bit of power in their hands, they let it get to their head, and then now they think whatever they say goes. They don't want to hear what you got to say. Uh They don't want to hear no excuses. Just do what I said, get it done. I don't care. Even if you try
Right.
to
There's
put,
Fuck up.
a reason why you need to do it. Most people want to hear the reason why you want me to do it. So you want me to do
right,
this? Why I got to do it? Why it's not this guy, that guy, or the third guy? So they're
right,
not really breaking it down to you. Just let that power go to the head. Hey, you go do this right now. Don't ever ask me anything about it. I'm your boss.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, hell yeah. So, like I said, I was there for about 8 years, and when they finally let me go, I'm not gonna lie, it was cool because I wanted to leave anyways. I just didn't have nothing lined up yet. So in the midst of me trying to find something, they ended up letting me go. I was like, all right, I'm out of here. Fuck you guys. I'm about to go to the house. Excuse me. Get this unemployment for now, for the time being. And when I tell you, you ever just had that moment where you just felt like the weight of the world was lifted off you? I mean,
No.
as soon as it happened, oh,
No.
tremendous feeling. Because as an employee, when you give your all, you come to work every day, days work for a day's pay. That's all you ask for. And no matter what you do, how hard you bust your ass, they always find a reason to complain. Something you did is never good enough. You could be the have the best job done, and they find the littlest thing. Yeah, I see what you did, all that. That's cool. But what about this? It's like, bro, that little thing really outweighs how I just knocked out this whole job.
Sounds
Nah,
like
all
the relationship with my parents.
right. Comedy. No, but that job was by far one of my worst jobs. And to this day, I don't even drive by that job at all. When I'm in Pittsburgh, I take to see. If I don't have to go that way, I avoid it. Just to look at that place makes me sick.
Scarred you that bad, huh?
So you don't
Yeah,
collect cans no more?
I don't. Nah, I don't collect cans
You're
no
a
more.
recycling place with your job, right?
No, it wasn't on my job, asshole. But
I
it
see you
was.
rolling up down railroad with that cart field though.
Remember me?
Oh man.
Not Carlos. Come on, put some respect on the man's name.
So So how about y'all, man? What y'all experience?
Me personally, it ain't really F that job, it's F that boss. You already know the job you get into before you start the shit, so you already know what you get into. But it's some bosses that motherfucker make you want to quit and shit. Like I had one job where I had to clean up shit and all that type of shit, literally, and do other shit around the motherfucking building and all that type of shit. And she was one of the motherfucking nitpicking ones, like, this ain't right. This ain't right. This supposed to go here. You ain't do this. You ain't do this. I did everything you said, lady. Checked it off. Did it correctly. All this. Then I got fed up with her ass one day, and I was like, "You like? Did you mop? Did you mop?" First of all, she got me mopping where it's foot traffic coming through all day long. Why the footpath here? I'm like, lady, you got me mopping all this shit right here. Fuck this shit. If you don't believe me, look at the goddamn cameras. Her ass told me, them cameras don't even work. I shouldn't even tell you that. Yeah, you fucked up, bitch. You fucked up, bitch. No, I really ain't gonna mop. I really ain't gonna mop. Yeah, because you know, employees, the bosses and your employees make the job feel cool and shit.
Yeah,
It's just the
absolutely.
bosses that make you want to say fuck that job shit.
Oh no, for sure.
Yeah. What
Man,
about
well, my
you,
story,
bro?
man, goes a little bit deeper. So my job, this was my first one. I'm working at a warehouse, and like right by the cemetery by Antioch. So if y'all know it, you cut by the little headstone spot, and it's back there in the cuts. So originally I got the job, and it was a plug. So I got in there. I'm like, cool, But then, if you plugged in with the boss already, you start fucking off, And this is still in my hyphy times, Mac Dre movement going crazy. I'm still young and buck wild as hell. So I'm getting in there. I'm driving like forklifts, pickers. I don't even know how to drive a car though. So I'm smabbing through the aisles. I'm crashing into shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm damn near breaking down big ass giant 8-story shelving units, right? Because they supplied a lot of paper and a lot of storage for companies. Hospitals, Sutter, a lot of big companies. So I'm banging into stuff. I'm out there whipping donuts and the stuff. I'm just out there acting like a goddamn fool, because I know I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So this job is actually kind of peace, So I'm literally not really doing shit. They give you a little list, go drive to this aisle, pick up this, do that, normal warehouse bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And if you ever worked in a warehouse, you could bullshit your ass off because that shit hella big and they don't know where the fuck you at. So I'm over there doing all this shit, right? But the funny part is, as I'm networking with this lady, we start getting grimy, right? So she like, hey, she trying to make me be her little goon at this point, right? So she's like, this dude is fucking with my sister. I need you to go fuck up his car, blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, I need like a week off then. You know what I'm saying? Hey, So she like, well, I'm going to be there in the morning. If it's done, then you can have the time off, right? Because my cutty EJ was coming out. So I'm like, he about to be down here. Let me go kick it with the cuz for a little bit. So, his car wasn't there, but his family cars was there. So, allegedly some things happened, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't go to work. And then next thing you know, she's trying to get some more bread, right?
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, do you know anybody who needs a job? Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, well, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, I'll bring up T Gunner, you know what I'm saying? So I get him plugged in with the network, right? So he going in for a few hours, you know what I'm saying? And then we breaking out a check, you know what I'm saying? There's a little piece here, a little piece here. There's some real mob type shit that's going on at this alleged area, right?
Right.
So like, anybody else? So then I bring in my sister. Boom. And then, this bitch try to cut me off the action. She's like, it's getting cut too many ways, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, so I bring in all the people, and now y'all trying to bully me out. So the next thing you know, a new dude come in. She's like, he wants to fire you. Da, da, da. I'm like, what, bitch? I brought my little cousin in there. I had the whole.
You had the whole squad in there.
Bro, I had a whole squad. We was doing all kind of main shit. You know what I'm saying? And the company finally started realizing like something going on, right? So they bring in a new manager. They demote her and shit. So now all eyes are on me. Like I'm the motherfucking dark maul of this shit. So they all following me. Hey, do you know how to do this process? Do you know how to do this? Do you know how to do this? I'm like, this not even my shit. This supposed to be old boy shit. They're like, well, we want you to do it. And then it's like, well, you a real bitch ass motherfucker. Man, right? So now I'm steaming. I'm like, okay. So now they all it's basically collapsing. You know, avalanche of bullshit. This bitch sidesteps and Avery's the next man up. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I'm trying to do the shit. Boom, 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 boom. They're like, you did this wrong. You know, I'm not following OSHA guidelines. You know, I'm rolling around, no clip on the back. I ain't got no harness on. I'm just free balling it, right? So it all boils down to one night. I'm with these two motherfuckers. I'm like, oh, I know a spot where we go swing donuts where ain't gonna be no police here, right? So we out there whipping my car around, all in front of the job because I know it's the night crew. They ain't gonna snitch, right? Next thing you know, this motherfucker like, who's out there? Right? This guy crashes my whip into some motherfucking railroad tracks, right? Steel beams pop the tire, right?
What kind of car was it?
We got a dip, right? Because obviously I can't get the car right now, so I try to just roll it over and park it and shit, and then try to get picked up because I'm like,
what kind of car you?
Huh?
What kind of car was it?
That's that 86 Crown Vic, baby. You know what I'm saying? Burgundy, we call him Big Buck, just like the Buccaneers. Cashing in. Anyways, that's another story for another day. What, right? So I'm doing all this shit. Obviously, I'm hypey as fuck. You know, I got pictures of me and the cuz out there at the big ass box truck. We all on the top dancing and shit. We going go to USA on everything. So at the end of the day, I walk in a little late. You know, I'm tired. You feel me? These motherfuckers just plug me because I'll be drinking and partying all night. And when the lady was there, she would just be like, go to the truck and just take a nap in the back and then come back in, right?
Right.
So I'm thinking I got this whole shit mapped out. So really, I fucked up the job, but you know what I'm saying? When I got some real management in there, they was like, you a fucking problem. So you know, I called him, dude. I'm like, I'm running behind. I walk in, he like, here's your check. He already had it planned out. He didn't even know I was gonna be late. He had it ready. So I was like, man, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And fuck everybody around here. Everybody's like, oh,
you're cool. Fuck you too.
Put on, you feel me? So they all just their heads down, like, adios, Avery. I'm like, y'all not gonna walk out with me?
No, they was all in on it. They all
knew the axe was coming
down. Oh no, you got back door, bro.
Right. So they kicked me out the whole squad. You feel me? I had to take all the blame for all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Ever since then, you know, I got my life back on track. You know, stop doing the grimy shit within the corporate world. Hey, but that was my first introduction to like a real job, making good money. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that lady really fucking poisoned me to the way the world works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be a mafia boss in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm a capo. I'm over here running people. Do this, do that, do this.
Yeah, you bring it in the plug, right? So you bring it in the plug. She in the set
of all of this. You know what
all of it, all of it. So in the midst of all that, so you bring in the plug. Then at one point, you was the muscle. She got you out there doing side jobs.
Right. I'm like, what the fuck? Comedy. And this is some lady who's like got introduced to me from my little sister. She's like a band mom and shit. I'm like, I thought this bitch was so gangster. She was like, yeah, I got a tattoo of MOB, money over bitches, on my chest.
Yeah, people different. You don't know everybody. Don't know everybody.
Folks, especially y'all working nights. Oh yeah, folks switch up fast on you when the bosses ain't around.
Right. Yeah. She see the prospect. She was like, "Oh, I'm gonna recruit this motherfucker to do my dirty work." You know?
Hey, we all talking about F that job. Anybody got a F that coworker experience?
Woo! Yeah, hell yeah, same damn job.
What's wrong with it? Tell them about that he she.
Man,
oh she he, whatever it was.
Man, this was like I said, same job, my boss. And the thing was, so many people that came through this place. And no matter what happened before the worker either left, quit, fired, whatever, it was all around this one dude. So it was to the point where I was young and you know, I was proud of having this job. You know, I'm fresh out of high school. At that time I was making, like, this is early 2000, early to almost mid 2000, 07, 08, right? I'm 18, 19 years old. I'm pulling in 20, 21 an hour. Fresh out of high school, then, hey, you can't tell me nothing. I'm A1 steak sauce. You feel me? So I'm over here trying to buy time, and this dude, we was working. We had these big old tanks, huge tanks. And I I want to take this motherfucker back there and just two-piece biscuit. Just one time, just to tell him quit fucking with me. Because he was an older dude and when he thought since I was young that he could just walk all over me.
Yeah.
And I'm an easygoing dude, but then again, everybody has a breaking point. Everybody has a point where they was like, "Look, I'm not taking this shit no more. I don't care how young, how."
Poking you and poking you.
Oh yeah,
Trying to flex the muscle.
oh yeah. So when he started telling me to do shit, and I really started like mentally, I'm already checking out this job. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm about to do what I got to do, the bare minimum, and I'm gone. So me and him, we got into each other's faces, and it literally came close to fisticuffs, where I was about ready to say, "Fuck this job, fuck you." I'll go.
What did he say to you for the last straw? What did he say to you?
It's not it's more or less not what he said,
How
because
he said, how he
he knew
interacted.
how to exactly he knew how to play the fucking game, and he knew that in the position that he was in, it was going to be his word over mine. So it was the tone how he came at me, to the point where I was like, dude, fuck you, I'm done with you. And then when they decided to let me go, and they tried to do the exit interview, and they asked me like, is there anything you would like to say, this, that, and the third? I said, look, y'all so blind to the fact that this dude is so far up y'all asses that whatever he say is gold compared to the other workers that's out here working in the field with him. Hey, y'all management, y'all in the office, y'all don't know what this guy's doing, you know. And why every time somebody's leave, it's always eventually it's based around this one person. I'm talking 5, 6 employees. Since I've been there, I've seen employees come and go. And I'm like, why y'all don't understand the fact that this one person is the common denominator? They never have no problems with nobody else but this one dude. But y'all still got him in this position. I said, y'all never gonna have a positive work environment as long as this dude's in this position of in management. So when I left, and they was like, yeah, well, we're gonna have to let you go. When they told me those words, I wasn't gonna go fucking psycho and come back with and start airing out. No, I'm not gonna do that. But when I left, I walked in his office, and I was this close to say, fuck, I'm already fired. What you gonna do?
You took your
And
shit on his desk.
nah,
Did you pull your wanker out? You pull your wanker out?
no, man, dude, I literally want to pull his ass over his desk, because after all this, he was so full of shit that he wanted to say, all right, well, it was a pleasure working with you and this and that. Dude, don't do that. Keep
Corporate
that,
board.
keep that
Yeah.
same energy.
Yeah. Man, pleasure seeing your ass out the door. I appreciate your bullshit and get the fuck out of here.
Hey Chris,
Yeah.
I remember this job. I think one time I dropped you off and I did donuts in the field by that job.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you
That was
did. Yeah, you did, bro.
I think that was
Yeah.
the day you should have quit that day because he probably was on your ass.
Yeah.
that,
No, because
that was
like
that
Marty
same
said
job.
that like Marty said the the cameras didn't work, so they didn't know. They
Yeah,
came in the
cameras don't
next.
work. That was that same job. Chris showed up an hour early and took a sleep in the car and was 3 hours late for work.
Oh yeah, I've done that before.
Just like today, huh?
I've done
Yeah, just
that.
like today. We were supposed to film
Hey,
earlier. He said, I'm about to get my shit right. I
hey,
called him. His room is dark.
hey! I was Slumpville, USA.
Yeah, I got
No,
one. My shit is a coworker. First one, manager. This one's a coworker. This motherfucker kind of like karma hit his ass because when I first started the job, it was overnight shift, and when you overnight shift, you're trying to learn everything the right way. You don't want to fall asleep because easily fall asleep on graveyard shift. So I'm trying to follow the things the right way. And then in the morning, I get a call from my manager like, "Hey, were you sleeping last night?" I'm like, "No, where?" She's like, "I heard you were sleeping on the benches." I'm like, "Why the fuck would I sleep on the benches? Hurt my back all night long. That don't even sound right. Maybe a chair or something, but not on no bench in the employee break room and type of shit. You know how hard that shit is in the employee break room. That goddamn bench is, right?" So I was like, I know it ain't new dude training me because he put me on. it gotta be overnight dude behind the desk. So I'm like, all right, I see how he is. So further on, years later, he was like a strong Republican who didn't like he was
Barack
like
Obama.
yeah, he didn't like Obama. If and he felt like when that day Obama got president, I came in, I was like, hey bro, Obama president, and he was like, Americans don't know how to vote. They don't know how to vote no more. So so I was like, all right, let me leave him alone for the night because he highly upset about this. So he blamed the thing. He was a big Republican, and he blamed everything that's fucked up in the world on music, like rock and roll and hip hop fucked up the world. Because he like a dude like born in 1940s to 50s. So
Oh,
one day,
real
Fucked
old
up my
head.
life.
yeah, real old head. So one day, we was in San Francisco. So one day I went to work and he wasn't there. So I'm like, dude ain't never late. Such and such, what's up? So found out he coming late and he got like kind of like bandages and scars on him and everything. So supposedly, in Frisco, the cable car, he got went by Blondie's and somebody knocked him into a Blondie's window and it was three guys. And once they dropped his ass, two of them ran and one said never leave the prey and stayed over him. So so when he came back to work, like I say, I was still training mode, right? So it was me and the other guy who had to be black, and all night long he was questioning us, asking us, "Do we know any rap lyrics that says never leave the prey?"
My police on you for real.
Oh.
Yeah, he probably thought it was me. I wanted to, but then I didn't know. I'm not a non-violent man. But it
Come
shows you, man.
on.
Yeah, man, you gotta be careful out in the streets, man.
Yeah, man.
Never
I had
leave the
one
prey.
job.
Hey, that shit, that shit got me weak.
So I got this job, right? It's right after the other job. So I'm talking to my cousin Terry. She's like, "Oh, I can plug you in over here. My man work here, blah blah blah." That's another like kind of warehouse thing. They supply like screws, bolts, different shit like that for construction. So I go in there, man. It's an Uncle Ruckus ass motherfucker in there.
Oh shit.
One go to, he like, yeah, I don't know if you gonna survive. Like he already own my shit. Like he not fucking with me at all. He like, you a lazy motherfucker. He's like, sweep the floors. He's like, you already put all the stock away that I need you to sweep. I need you to wash the walls. There's sawdust on the walls. And I'm just like, motherfucker, fuck you. I don't like the motherfucker, right? And at that time, I'm real hot headed. You know what I'm saying? So me dealing with that type of shit is not the best moment for me. So I'm just trying to play my part. You know what I mean? He had some other dude come try to coach me, like, this is how you properly sweep a floor. And I'm like, bro, are you brainwashed? If you sweep up the floor, you sweep up the goddamn floor. You got
Right.
a special method I'm supposed to use to sweep up your floors, magic.
Right.
Needless to say, I was like, fuck you. I left it that day. I was like, I'm not even giving this a whole fucking day. I was like, bro, you can suck my dick about it. But I left that same day. I did the interview. I told him, like, yeah, I'm looking for a career. I told him the whole bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I went down to that floor with old Uncle Ruckus ass down my throat the whole time. I was like, ooh, I can't do it. I was gone. I'm like, this motherfucker got some things. But and to be in this warehouse, right? And they just keep playing, it's snap music, lean with it. All right.
Oh,
And
that
this
was during
shit
that era. Okay.
over and over. Fucking
Yeah.
like it's a 12-hour day. You feel me? I mean, listen to this goddamn radio station. This shit killing me. You can't have no headphones. You can't have nothing. I'm like, bro, this shit driving me mad. My goddamn self.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So anyway, that job lasts about 8 hours of the 12-hour shift. I was out. I was like, shit, send me my check. I ain't never coming back around this.
That's hella crazy.
That's hella funny. No, it was. I remember I had this one job. I had another job. It wasn't even a F that job moment. It was right when I got back from my injury. I was working in Richmond.
What injury is this?
Oh, this was when I blew my knee out back in 2017.
What was you doing?
That's another topic for another day. We'll get into that.
Okay.
So I was working in Richmond at Amazon, and I'm thinking, Like they had me in here, and I'm eager beaver. You know what I mean? So when I first got in, they had me scanning these boxes, and I'm bored as hell. I need to move. I like to be the grunt worker. Like throw me in the truck, throw me in the back with the boxes. Let me throw these boxes out, right?
Yeah.
Some
So
kind of activity. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't stand
especially
still for 10 hours.
no,
That's too little.
no, no, because in this one, this was like a part-time gig at the time. I was only working like 3 days a week because I didn't know how my knee was going to respond getting back into the work field.
Pussy.
So, so, so when I get to the job, I'm over scanning and whatnot, and I'm like, yo, this shit ain't working for me. I was like, can I go somewhere else? And like, nah, we gonna for a minute in the beginning, I was like, nah, we gonna leave you here. Um, because the other positions, they already got their stuff going on. They got a routine. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm still started here, whatnot. Fine. I'm gonna play the role. Then when I end up going back to the when I end up going back to the back of the warehouse to start really doing the manual labor job, they threw me in them trailers. And then everybody knows Amazon so bad. Everybody knows. Everybody seen those big ass Amazon trailers
Yeah,
that y'all
yeah,
see on the
yeah.
highway.
I ain't talking about. I got a story right after you about that shit.
Okay,
Well, say
so
it,
so
motherfucker. Let him finish. Shit.
So they go. I mean, they throw me in there, and I'm unloading these boxes. And there's some trucks where you open it and
I'll be right back.
it's half empty, and then you got other trucks that as soon as you open it, I mean, from the door, you got boxes piled up, right? So they had the shit set up at a wall, and I grab a box. I swear it's like playing fucking Jenga in that damn place. And anybody that watches this video that works at Amazon, UPS, FedEx, any type of those jobs, they gonna understand when I say this. When you take if you take a box off, and if you pull the wrong box, you got a wall of boxes falling on your ass.
Play
And my
yourself.
and I'm out here with the knee brace still out here looking like Wayne head. So
Don't Steve off.
so so when I go ahead and I pull that box, that shit almost fell on me. I end up and then I end up tweaking my shoulder. So I'm like, oh yeah, this shit, fuck this job. So I end up toughing it out and whatnot. But when I saw that the hours they was giving me plus with the pay they was giving me, I said, yeah, the workers is cool. And like you said, they played the same music. Depending on who was coming in working that shift, they played the same music. And we working nights. So they was like no cussing on the music or whatnot. And I'm like, look, I can see on day shift, but you got no bosses at nights. Why we can't play what we want to listen to? So you got that's around that time that Chris Brown No Guidance came out. And I was so burnt out at that fucking song working at that place because every night that was, and I mean, everybody's rotation. No matter who turn was put the music on, I said, yeah, between these boxes and the same ass song being played, fuck this job.
But it's a stereo when you keep hearing the same shit. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, So, Marty, what was
Yeah,
you going to say? You had another box story, huh?
yeah, but it ain't about me. It's about my cousins. Funny shit, like fucked up co-worker type of shit. Where like you said, the trailers, right? We was
Mm-hmm.
at working. We working at FedEx ground, and uh, when the trailers, you got to empty out the whole trailer before you're done. And once you're done with the trailer, you tap it on the side of the trailer with the driver to pull off. But my OG cousin, who was about like 55 at the time, and the driver was about the same age, 55, and he said so they at the end of the shit, they unloading the shit, and I guess a box fell, and I guess it sounded like motherfucker said boom boom, so that motherfucker took off. he, he took off while my cousin was like about to flick the shit onto the belt. And I'm dying laughing because I know that shit funny, but everybody else screaming like this, hang on, OG, hang on, OG, hang on, OG. So the dude, they finally stopped the dude. They run to the dude like, hey, bro, stop the truck, stop the truck. So dude stopped the truck. My cousin, how about the truck? Hella mad, talking about, man, you done fucked up now. You ain't gonna get no promotion. You ain't gonna get no promotion. They about to fire your ass.
Hey man, it's me on the topic of delivery, man. If y'all go check out World Star this week, they got a funny ass video of a FedEx boy. He picking up a dirty ass prostitute, right? And this preacher
on the
followed his
clock.
ass. He followed this motherfucker under all his stops and shit. So he's like, I know the bitch in there. I know you dirty asses. He followed all the way to FedEx. You feel me? So dude back his truck in because he didn't want to let the lady out. You know what I'm saying? The lady of the night, I should say. This was midday though. This man was wilding out. Next thing you know, he pulled in, dude, hop out his car. You see this old raggedy ass white crackhead pop out the back. He's like, I knew it was in here. I knew it. So you harassing this dude for about 5 hours of this shit, just following his ass around, man. I'm like, man, they cold in these delivery jobs.
Hey, they is. and and that's what reminded me of another time. Recently, I ordered something from Amazon, right?
Yeah.
And I'm chilling at the house. I'm in the living room watching TV, and all I heard was boom. And I said, "What the hell was that?" And I walked up to the door because I heard it hit my door. I walked to the door, and the Amazon truck pulled off. I forgot what I ordered, but what I did, I'm glad it wasn't fragile because they frisbee my shit.
That probably tossed in front of the car for the thing.
Oh man, like that old school game, Paperboy.
Right.
I said, boy, these delivery drivers ain't shit these days. God damn. I hope my shit bubble wrap the way the way he flung my shit.
Dude, it must have been a book. He must have felt it. It must have been on a child book. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that man said, I said, God damn, he threw my shit like a boomerang.
Yeah, man, that's cool, but I mean, like, shit. I mean, these are light examples, but if you see some real motherfuckers who fuck their job, man, it can go down. Motherfuckers be murdering motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, postal.
Post office. I remember when we was kids, that was the joke. Don't go postal.
Yeah.
That means how many motherfucking post office workers fucking smack some shit.
Yeah.
They go wild.
No, it's like you said, especially when you come to these jobs, when you go to these restaurants, that's why if somebody mess my food up, if it ain't to something major, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I might just bite that bullet. If it's a little cold, hey.
Bite that booger is what you mean.
Yeah, you sitting back, you might get a booger. That's exactly my point.
So what are we doing? Giving out pro tips of saying, hey, these are some jobs you shouldn't fuck with because if you do, you might get a bad result.
Well, I'm just saying, you gotta raise just like anything else in life. Read the room. Read the room. If that place is looking a little sketchy, I don't know. You want some extra sauce? There's not enough sauce for you. You never know what kind of sauce you might get coming back. So
extra sauce.
Yeah. I said, oh no, this sauce don't look a little right. I think this mayonnaise might be a little spoiled.
It's a little runny for me.
Yeah, no, it's some jobs. I was always told you don't piss off people that deal with your food and in the medical field because both of them has great opportunities to kill your ass. Yeah, man.
I got a special guest appearance when I hop on and tell us I won't.
Come on, bring sis on. What do we call her? What's her nickname?
Over here. Come over here.
What's going on with you, sis?
There we go. You forgot the fucking story.
Because we was talking about, y'all was talking about the police.
No, we said fuck the job.
Well, but I was thinking the same. I don't know what the fuck made me think of
the
it.
Police? Go ahead and talk about it then.
No, I'm not.
Informant ass mother.
You ever had a job you got fired from? Or you said fuck that job? A bad
employee?
Hold
on. Before we get into that, man. Before we get into that, man, let the world know who you are, man. You coming on to the show?
My name is Kim.
Yeah, what's happening?
Marty wife.
Baby
Let's
mama.
be clear. You said I'm his baby mama, nigga.
Also, wife /
I'm his wife, nigga.
I'm Caucasian, first of all.
MC search looking ass nigga.
Hey, I think I've seen you somewhere before.
I think you look like Mick Foley.
You was that bum kid in the
Yeah, I was. I sure was.
You
On
was the
crack.
bum kid in the MC Hammer video, wasn't you?
Yeah, on
You got
crack.
a goddamn famous star. Go ahead and clap it up once more. Go ahead, hit the button.
Give it up for the people. Give it up for the people. Yeah. We got us a celebrity here, y'all. man, accept your flowers. Accept your flowers.
Right. You're the first one of us to ever.
So you did that shit like that was Arsenio Hall?
If you want to tell the story,
You ain't doing nothing. Nigga looking like fucking big, too big MC.
So since you own, give us an experience about when you said F that job. You can't come on here and not give us an experience.
Oh, you
come
talking
on.
about which one though?
yeah.
It don't matter.
All
Hell,
of them.
you can talk about all of them, or you can talk about your first. You can talk about all of them or your worst one.
Let's talk about that.
Okay, I
extortion.
tell you the one. I didn't give a fuck, nigga. I was working at Target in El Cerrito before it was Safeway.
Okay.
But El Cerrito, what's the name, boy? That Safeway used to be Target. That was 2003. I was working.
You don't gotta get too many details. You know what I'm saying? This is all.
I just hella older than y'all. So anywho, so nigga, that's when I said, "Fuck that job." How you gonna have me coming from motherfucking High Street, MacArthur Board every single night at 12 a.m. and shit, and walking by myself, catching a 57 bus and shit? For only thing I can do when I get my paycheck is pay my phone bill to call y'all and say I ain't coming.
But you had bad conversation. You had
that's
bad.
what we've been looking for.
Bad Camille. You had a bad Camille.
Yeah, nigga. You know what that remind me of when motherfuckers say, he say, you got bad communication skills. I don't even think it was that. I think it was like, fuck y'all, so I don't give a fuck. I don't need it. Like, I swear to God, and I was their best employee. My manager, they was giving me awards and shit, but they only giving me certificates to the Pizza Hut in the store.
Grab you a slice, baby.
Hey,
And
go
I
get
did
you a
every
slice.
single time.
Yeah.
But I was like, when I was feeling like, now where's I'm getting the money back from catching all these buses and shit though?
Right. That part.
Oh
So
yeah.
I can't afford to call in no more, nigga. I just quit showing up after like 8 months.
That
You just bring
motherfucker
back
said I
the
had
pizza
enough.
receipt and be like, hey, bro, I know I was doing good before, but I'm going to give you this pizza receipt. And that means, you know what I'm saying, I need a little bit of leeway. You know
And
what I'm
I
saying?
didn't give a fuck. I just know I wasn't catching the board there no more.
Right. Because you losing half your paycheck to get to work. What's the point?
That part.
You was breaking even at best at that point.
Yeah. And I think I really was in the minus.
Damn near with the commute.
Because if it was only paying my phone bill, it wasn't paying for me to get there and back and shit.
Everything was going up but the pay.
Right, exactly.
Everything was going up but the pay.
Or what?
Another job I said, fuck that, was the pet club in Emeryville.
The pet club?
Yeah, I was 17. I was in high school.
Hey, we gotta stop naming these corporations. We ain't trying to
fuck
get
them, nigga. I already put them on the Better Business Bureau.
My business only worth about $5 right now, so I don't even tax it.
I should say X,
right?
Just cause I. Anyway.
Yeah. So
niggas, I didn't show up no more. My mama showed up there. She was so mad because they tried to make me take out my nose. I had just got an eyebrow ring, and they let me work and all the shit like for hella long. And then all of a sudden one day it was like, you gotta take that out. And I'm like, yeah, that ain't what you said in my interview, because I had it then and I asked about it and you said, you know, woo woo woo. And then my mama came up there talking about she ain't taking her shit out. And I don't give a fuck, nigga. You done said in her interview, I'm a fucking lawyer. No, my mama live around the corner.
Right. I mean, but yeah, I mean, no, but that's real shit though, because that's something that should have been addressed at the interview.
I quit on their ass because they was trying to
dress code, because that's like with my job, the job I'm at now. You know, I love them, great job. So when I came back, I knew I couldn't have facial hair. When I was at the previous job, I had a beard, everything, rocking it, right? But they knew, they told me, they said, look, you got the position, but you cannot have facial hair. All you can have is a stash at best. So I knew Jump Street, what I was getting myself into. Okay, cool, no problem. I want this job. I'm not worrying about this goatee or this beard because this beard ain't paying my bills. So you going into that job and you coming in with a nose piercing. They looking at you, asking you questions about this job, seeing the nose piercing. I know it wasn't no.
Right.
So nah, don't come in and say nah. Now you got to take out your nose piercing. Nah,
Right.
that's not what we
Right.
discussed.
And that's how they did me. Like, nigga, you, whatever. You saw the shit. Not to mention, nigga, I asked you about this.
Right.
Is this going to be a problem? No, it ain't no problem. And it was, small like that. Then 3 weeks later, nigga, I'm working and you want to ask me, get the fuck out of here with that stupid ass.
I got another topic. All right,
All
so
right, what topic
fuck
is?
this job. We talking about fuck this job.
Well,
So
guess what?
how many of y'all motherfuckers said fuck this job and started stealing for that bitch?
I
You
did.
don't
I'm
gotta, you
not
don't
gonna
gotta
lie to you.
incriminate yourself. You don't have to
No,
say
I
where
thought
Mary
Rick
was
was
at.
about
But
what
how
for.
many of y'all stole some
Stop
shit
saying
from
the
the job?
motherfucking names. Get over there.
What the hell,
no.
you want me to lie?
You said
So,
you didn't say the bank you stole from.
so,
Now you just said the bank you stole from. First of
John
all,
Dillinger over here.
how you gonna get
nah,
mad at somebody for saying
Hey,
Wells
just
Fargo? You didn't even know
no.
why I said that. This nigga said the bank you stole from.
You said
all right. Well, we don't know what bank it was. I mean, we don't know any of that. I
Man, he
told you
ruined the whole gender
cash out me a
reveal.
few dollars. You know what I'm saying?
He
So,
ruined
Look,
the
so,
whole gender
so,
reveal.
so, 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 let's talk about because I will. There's a job where I did this from. Like I said, I'm not gonna say the name. For one, I'm not gonna say the name.
You
Two,
go up
the
there.
company, the company no longer exists. But I was young. This was my second job I ever had, fresh out of high school.
That's what I'm
not a
saying.
business,
Um,
didn't you?
so
And I got a
nah,
real
man,
story.
I was over here. Hey, I'm not gonna lie,
You don't.
bro. I was coming up with socks. They had some. This is when Under Armour first came out, bro. This is when Under Armour first came out.
Fire.
So I'm over here. Um, oh, hold on. So I'm over. I took socks. I took shorts. They had these fire shorts, right? So then, fast forward, they end up calling me to the office, right? And I got along with all the customers. All the customers came in. They knew me, this and that. So when I ended up getting into the office, I didn't think nothing of it. But they had this one dude, this little secret employee. He came in, and we thinking he a new hire, this and that and the third. I'm young, I'm not really peeping the game. So I'm telling, he was like, man, so what y'all do? What, how y'all come up here?
Snitch on yourself.
I snitched on myself royally, bro. I said, oh, bro, these are the stuff you could take right here, no problem. I got this and that. Every night I leave with something. So they, so they end up getting me, right?
fucking
I end up,
undercover boss.
oh yeah, oh for she's. So I end up coming in, and I was like, yo, I'm talking to the boss. They said, hey man, when I walked into the room, the room itself just felt fucked up. I said, oh shit, I don't know what this is.
Yo, already.
Yeah, yeah. The room was dim. Like I said, all right, this might be my last day. So
They say, hey, take off all 7 pairs of Under Armour tights. You
no,
know.
well, no, but see what I was doing with those was I would wait because I was always closed. I was always closing because um one of the other employees they had, they weren't really feeling them as far as closing. Like the aisles would look bad in the morning and whatnot. It just they didn't handle business closing the shop, that department. So I
Right, you
come
do the
in,
job, but take a little on top.
yeah, yeah. So I figured, they had all this stuff, and the first time I did, I was nervous as all hell. Nervous. Nothing happened. Okay, cool. Did it again. Nothing happened. Now I got greedy. So now I'm over here. I mean, I you could tell I was skinnier back then. I'm not much bigger, but I was skinnier back then. Man, I'm walking out here. The hips is looking a little bulky in my pockets. I know, I know something. You know what I mean? They not saying that, so I'm thinking I'm young. All right, they call me in. Boom. Hey, we caught you on camera. I said, what? No, y'all didn't. Just like anything else,
Right,
I'm gonna
but
deny
not,
the
not,
shit.
not.
Yeah, I'm gonna deny it. Prove, show me what you did. But they was like, yeah, we don't have proof, but it's words been said that somebody caught you stealing. I said, y'all didn't catch me stealing shit. Show me the camera. And they talking about, yeah, we got a camera that's as small as a ballpoint pen that we had inside the store. I'm like, man, fuck out of here, yo. So they was like, no, tell us who else was involved and you could keep your job. And I'm like, I'm not, first of all, I don't know who else was involved.
You
And
didn't roll
second,
over on them?
no, I didn't roll over nobody, man. Fuck that. Hey, fuck that job.
Let's go.
so, so I didn't roll over on nobody because there was a lot of us doing it. I'm not gonna lie to you, there's a lot of us doing
You
it.
was the only one that blabbered mouthed about that.
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I had
because
one.
hold on, real quick. Let me
Oh,
finish. I'm about to wrap this up. So long story short, they end up saying, well, look, we're gonna send you home, this and that and the third. We're gonna do further investigation. So then I'm talking to the other employees. I said, yo, whatever happened to old boy? They said, oh no, man, he was only here for a week and he ain't came back. I guess he quit. That motherfucker didn't quit. I found out he was working, he was the inside man. After he told on us, that I ain't never seen that man to this day. This was back in early 2000.
You too
Bro,
fresh. Spill the
bro,
beans.
snitched on me. So they let me go. So that's what motherfuckers asked me. They was like, hey, you ever got fired on your day off? Yep. I
He's the
sure
guy
have.
in the movie. He's the
Yeah.
guy. Tell
Oh
him about it.
yeah. I was
Rick
Craig
on
like a
Friday.
motherfucker. I was Craig like a motherfucker.
Go ahead, Marty. Drop some knowledge on us. What we feeling?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it stealing. I would call it
Still in time.
living. I would call it living because mine happened with during the first pandemic when Corona first hit, and people in the store was going crazy over this toilet papers. You know, you can't find nowhere.
Yeah.
You can't get motherfucker going. Store open at 7, 8 o'clock, wiped out. You can't wipe your ass. So
Yeah. That was a crazy ass times too. Folks was all that shit folks could be trying to steal that was big for, they stealing toilet paper.
Why do you gonna say funny shit? Like,
yeah, man. So I just luckily I had the key to the wipes. And just say I never have to go to the store again. You know?
This man stole 97 rolls of toilet paper. We what? Like, how we supposed to fill up all the other hotel rooms?
Chris, your ass froze.
Hell yeah, he is.
you don't want to say nothing funny.
He's trapped in that lie.
Why?
Yeah. What about you, Avery? What you got?
Man, I never stole from anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm an upstanding citizen.
You better say, see, you need to say funny ass shit. Say some real shit.
I'm just kidding. I had a few times where I had access to a few things, and you know me, these hands were sticky when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? So I had a couple projectors, you know what I'm saying, DVD player, whatever you needed, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me grab that. Let me grab that.
Oh shit. Hopefully that shit's still recording, man, because he gone.
I doubt it's still recording though, bro. I mean, we might as well wrap it up right here.
All right, let's wrap it up right here. It say 48 minutes, so
Cool episode.
yeah. Fuck. Hopefully that shit went through. That shit was hella good.
Just say sorry for the 12 minutes.
All right, sign out if you're still here. All right.
Peace. You bitch.